Welcome to Les Chat Non Noir. I'm Gary.
And David. And this
And we
is
have
Elle. Hello.
There she
Yeah.
is. Hi, Elle. Hello, baby. Yes. Today we have not David isn't here. We have Elle instead. She's such a cute cat.
Give you your cat fix.
Yes,
She's a well-behaved cat, except when she's not.
Yes.
So, as we struggle to figure out things to read on, there's been a lot of talk about Social Security and welfare and Medicare and things along those lines. Entitlements, as Elon Musk would call them. The rest of us say we paid into these things.
Yeah, exactly. There's no entitled anything.
You're always paying the welfare, but you pay taxes to help fund welfare, and you pay Social Security out of your paychecks so that you have Social Security benefits when you retire, and so on and so forth. And Elon's out there saying, well, we need to redo the system. There's too much debt, and you guys are going to need to go through some hard times. Yeah, that's great. Elon's not going to go through hard times, but that's okay. The rest of us can, just so that Elon can get his way. Trump, for his part, was saying, oh, you're not going to touch Social Security. We'll see how far that goes. And, there's the whole thing of maybe none of these idiots will even be in a position of power to make those decisions in 2025. But let's take a look at Social Security and Medicare in 2025 to see how things are looking for those programs.
Yep.
And what might be afoot.
For entertainment purposes only.
All right, I'm going to leave this one off here. Just look at the general energy around Social Security, welfare, and other programs that help non-extremely wealthy people get by when they are older. High Priestess, Major Arcana. It's about secrets and knowledge. They will give you the answers, but you have to ask the questions. Crossed with heartbreak and betrayal, stabbing in the back. Underneath it all is the Seven of Coins. So, again, you have Trump saying, oh, and the Republicans. Remember, Biden a couple of times during State of the Union, speeches saying, so we're not going to touch Medicare, we're not going to touch Social Security, and the Republicans were booing him when he said the Republicans were planning on making cuts. And so he said, no, so we're not going to touch those, and they cheered. So that kept those programs going. Remember, when the Republicans did their tax cut for the ultra wealthy back in 2018, what they did was they lowered taxes on wealthy people and corporations, and the second part was going to be the cutting of healthcare and Social Security and such things like that. They never got around to it. They're trying to get around to it now. Elon saying, oh, the deficit's out of control. Then stop giving tax breaks to the ultra wealthy. In the past, you got the Knight of Coins, you have the oligarchs wanting this. The current situation, the Queen of Swords. The oligarchs are basically saying, hey, the deficit's out of control. We're going to cut it. We're just going to cut it, and you're going to deal with it. Overarching energy is the Page of Swords. By doing that, though, they're diminishing themselves. They're cutting off the very support that got them into the White House in the first place. Mind you, Social Security got put in there so that, widows, when their husbands died, grandma wasn't basically being thrown out on the street because they had no savings as they were trying to make their way through the United States. And this was to prevent that from happening and diminish how many people get tossed out on the streets that couldn't afford to live. The Republicans want to put it right back the way it was. No offense. Lesson to be learned is the Seven of Wands. They may have this great idea, but the actual implementation is going to be underwhelming because there's going to be a real pushback against it. It's going to be a real fight. How can you be a current member of Congress and vote for this? knowing that from the Republicans, you're cutting off the benefits to the very people who put you in office. Outcome is the hermit card, but you know what? They might do it anyways. That's kind of like the F around and find out card.
Yep.
You know what? You're going to find out. You're going to find out how much support you no longer have. But good luck to you if you want to do that. Maybe there'll be a different path that they'll go down. But the Congress, as currently made up, the current energy with Trump as the president and the Republicans in charge of Congress, yeah, they absolutely plan on doing that. That is goal number one. Welcome to Project 2025.
All right. Okay, will they be successful? In this case, successful is will they actually make any progress on this? Okay. Foundation, Knight of Wands. They're going to start taking actions on it.
Yep.
The challenge is going to be the Moon card. Mystery and confusion as to how in the world do we pull this off and not completely alienate the base that has put us here.
It doesn't look like they've got a well thought out plan, or if they do have a thought out plan, they're not sharing it.
They have a concept of a well thought out plan.
Exactly.
Underneath it is the King of Wands. It's Trump saying we need to take action. I said that in my campaign promises we were going to do something about it. So we're going to push this thing forward, whether we have a plan or not. A lot of wands so far. Mm-hmm. In the past, we had the Eight of Swords. They made this commitment. They don't feel like they can get away from it. So it looks like they're going to go full steam ahead with this. They don't see a way out of it. In the past, they haven't, anyways. Current energy, Three of Wands. They're looking out. They're looking out in the future, waiting for that financial ship to come in. They're going to justify it as they're looking out for the financial future of the United States. The fact that you have to suffer for it because you can't have rich oligarchs pay their fair share or have corporations pay their fair share of taxes is not their problem. You're the one that's going to have the problem. Overarching energy is the Knight of Cups. They're going to make this offer to you. This is for your benefit. Lesson to be learned is Strength card. I guess as a populace, we need to be strong, and or it could just be the lesson to be learned is we have to show our strength. I kind of like that direction better we have the ability to vote. We have the ability to protest. We have the ability to let our feelings be known because we have a First Amendment. And if they start doing this, we have to show our strength and show them whether we support this or not. The outcome is the Two of Cups, making agreements, doing what's best for everybody, not just what's best for the people who are looking over us, looking down on us, our betters.
I almost wonder if what you're seeing there is a sense of community, that when the government is no longer taking care of people, they have to reach out to family and neighbors in order to get things through. It's like,
yeah, I mean that could be it, because the overarching energy is that Knight of Cups, where you have to make an offer. You're making a gesture. It's like a peace offering.
Yeah.
What I was telling David was we're talking about possibly doing a live. On Saturday, I'm volunteering for Second Harvest Food Bank, distributing food at a location in the Bay Area. And that's something you can do to help people who are in need. I'm just volunteering my time and my energy for this. They're providing the food. and I'm just helping people, get the food to them. And that could be what you're referring to, Dave, as far as a community coming together and looking out for the people that are struggling, whether it's because their Social Security payment just got cut by a third, or their Medicare costs are not being covered, or, their health care isn't as robust as it was.
If Trump and the Republicans do get in, the Democrats do not challenge this election, which might very well be the path they're on right now, it's going to be tough times for a lot of people, and they're going to have to deal with the reality of what they voted for, what they didn't vote for. For Democrats, we saw this coming. We tried to warn you. For Republicans, they're going to usually fall in the camp of, I thought he was going to hurt all these other people, not me. And I didn't think it was going to be me. It's like, well, bringing people together one tragedy at a time. Is that what it's going to take? Is you in the gutter? Then maybe that's what it's going to take. When kind of an empathy lesson. Maybe you have to be in the gutter for you to develop some empathy right now for people that are down on their luck.
Yep.
Maybe that's it. Certainly a lot of red states require a lot of money from blue states in order to fund their safety net programs.
Yep.
And if they don't get that money, well, poverty is going to hit them really, really hard.
And how much can you blame the Democrats for that when they don't control a single branch of the government?
That's okay. They'll be told the Democrats did that.
What was I thinking? Of course.
Yeah, but it's like, what will it take for you to open your eyes? Is really the question. Hang on.
And we're back.
Sorry, just a quick pause to figure out where we're going to go.
Actually, a very quick pause.
Gary was saying as we were pausing, well, will this open eyes? And I asked him off camera, I was like, where are we going to go with this? He's like, will this open eyes? All right. Will this open people's eyes? Is basically cutting Social Security, cutting welfare, cutting Medicare, cutting all these programs that help everyday people. Is this what it's going to take to push the collective over to pushing away these oligarchs? Seven of Wands. It may not be everything, but it's going to be a tipping point. You got the corruption, next steps, the Eight of Coins. So I'm going to throw out the Star card too, just because it was popping out there.
Well, you got
I got cards falling out here. All sorts of cards falling out here. Okay, so what's happening with this? It's the next step in the it's a next stage where people don't have that much money are starting to unite to fight together. They're fighting the corruption, and the next step corruption wants to take. It's almost like I'm going to put these off to the side because it's all about money and the greed that they have going on there, taking money away from poor people, giving it to corrupt people. And on the other side of things, you've got progress being made to help out everyday people, and that's getting communicated. And I think with that progress, it's going to gain momentum because you've got slow and steady, but this is speeding things up. If the Republicans get in, assuming that the election results are upheld, and you have a Republican Congress with Donald Trump as your president, and Elon Musk basically calling all the shots in the world, what's going to end up happening is a lot of people are going to suffer, and it's going to start tipping the balance of power towards the bottom 90%.
Yep.
And that will gain momentum that isn't going to be lost. Because the oligarchs, they're not suffering. They don't care. Mm-hmm. And they're in a position right now, thank courtesy of the Supreme Court, where Trump may never have to leave.
Yep.
just declare himself president for life, and that's a presidential act. And it would take Congress to impeach him. And right now, the Congress is not set up to impeach a Republican president who makes a giant power grab.
Yep.
Much less convict and toss him out.
So let's see. Will this start shifting? Will this shift the power to the Democrats enough to change the direction that Congress is in?
Yeah, so remember the next election would be 2 years from now. So
in 2 years from now, are we going to see a blue Congress? Okay. All right. Foundation of the reading: Knight of Swords. I'm just going to do a 4-carder.
Yeah.
Knight of Swords. Things are going to happen quickly. People are being left out in the cold. They're seeing that the wealthy people are getting wealthier, and they have everything of value. There's your Page of Pentacles again. Yeah. People without a lot of money or a lot of resource, they're seeing the rich getting richer, and they want something to happen quickly because we're being left out.
It really is a haves versus the have-nots, isn't it?
Yeah. And there's that Lover's card. It's just the major arcana of that 2 of Cups. It's they're starting to see the benefits of their entitlements, and that may be the democratic message of joy and happiness is something that should be embraced.
Yeah, I guess you're not miserable enough to want to be joyful and happy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get there, folks.
Yeah, exactly. And by get there, folks, we don't mean necessarily our audience.
No, not you folks there.
Yeah. This is dope. And for your part, I'm not saying being cruel, but tough love. Just keep tough love there.
It's that Queen of Swords card,
Yep. Well, exactly. Kind of like that's a really horrible situation you're in. You're pretty resourceful, though. I'm sure you've got family and friends that will help you out. Yeah. It's for like your MAGA neighbors and your MAGA relatives. Yeah, some people will help you out, I'm sure.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean,
go right to President Trump. I'm sure he'll give you all the money that you donated to him to help you out.
This is what you signed up for.
Exactly.
You voted for Trump and Vance. This is what you signed up for.
Here's your bed. You go lay in it now. You made it. Go lay in it.
That was kind of the spiritual message for the Democrats. Was that you have to stop trying to fix the problem for MAGA.
You're enabling them.
Yeah, they need to sort it out themselves.
That's again, if the Democrats don't. It is a much gentler path if the Democrats challenge this election that they won and get put back into power like they should have been all along.
Yeah.
Kim from Intuitive View says it'll be a much gentler path, but it'll take a lot longer to get to the finish line. If you go down this rough path, it's going to get to the finish line really quickly, but it's going to really suck. Yeah. That's why I'm okay. At this point, I'm okay however this works out. If I had my preference, I'd rather go the gentler path. Yeah. But hey, whatever. I don't get to make this call.
Yeah, it's like going down the Whitewater Rapids versus a nice gently flowing stream. Yes. You'll ultimately get to to your destination, but one might leave you a little bit wet.
You might get dumped out of the boat.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
Especially Elle, who is very sweet and quiet and just being a doll like she normally is. If you like Elle and you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. If you subscribe, you'll probably see more of Elle and probably some of Nico, too. We'll wake you up every night at midnight with a new video. And leave a comment. I read them all, and I respond to as many as possible.
Yeah, okay. And lastly, before we go, not to deny people, the secret card.
The secret card. So the secret card is the 9 of Wands. We've got a lot of battles ahead of us. We've got to stick together. We will get through this.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll catch you on the next video.
Bye.